On the way back from my fishing trip, as I'm walking up to the car, I noticed I had a hell of an oil leak. Now, there was no indication between the oil pressure or oil temp, any of that, and I have to show you guys. Today is a new day, and I spent most of the morning looking around for a piece of billet aluminum to do this. Unfortunately, I couldn't locate any, and then I had a huge brain fart, which happens quite often. But I do have this one laying around, which is basically the same as what I have. And what I had done was I had cut it off right here, this way. And then welded this hole up, and then I drilled the holes through here. And it doesn't have to be that deep. So now that I'm thinking about it, why couldn't I cut it right where those marks are, straight back, and then tap it each one. So that's the route we're gonna go today, and we're gonna make a new one. So the first thing we need to figure out is, how are we going to make sure that we cut that square? It doesn't have to be exactly square, but it's got to be close. So, we could set it up on a piece of aluminum, but now we've got this hump there that's going to mess with us. So, what we're going to do is we're going to screw two 2x4s together. Unfortunately, I don't have a 4x4. I'd use that. Once these are screwed together, we're going to trim the edge to make sure that it's square with my blade. And then we're going to screw this to that, and we're going to cut it off. So let me get that screwed together and get this screwed on to here, and we'll get to it. All right, so we've got the two blocks. We have already cut this edge. We've screwed this down. So we're nice and square. We're not touching anywhere. And basically we're just going to cut it off on the saw. And like a total Nimrod, I forgot to hit record on my phone while I was drilling these out. But 2332, we drilled these out. Now all we have to do is tap these 1/2 inch NPT. So again, I didn't tap the start button on my phone, paying too much attention to what I'm doing, and or maybe not paying enough attention. I'm not sure, but either way, these are now tapped. Not the greatest, but hey, if they seal, I'll be a happy camper. Well, here it is, and it's leaking right in this area, as everybody saw earlier. One of the things I did not think about was the fact that this uses the factory seals. I'm either going to have to use the paper gasket to use this one, or one of the other things I'm thinking is, why not cut this one the same as this one? So I got those pieces off, and it looks like this one if you look down inside that hole, you will see that it is tapped pretty deep, which means I'm not going to be able to use this the way I was hoping, which now that I'm thinking about it is the whole reason we didn't do this in the first place. All right, so what I've done is I've installed these. I did not use Teflon tape. I did put a small bead of ultra black, some Permatex ultra black in there. They'll probably never come out again. I do got to clean them up a little bit before we install them, but I did have to make a paper gasket because I did. I got to blow this off too, and we're going to install it, and we're going to let it cure overnight before we test it, but I'm pretty sure this is going to work. I know better than this, but it's got to be done. I don't have much of a choice. I did clean this off with brake cleaner on a lint-free cloth. So we're just going to put a very, very small bead of ultra black around this, kind of touching it on there to make sure it's got good adhesion. I think that's gonna work. Oops, sorry, I don't know if you can see that. I was watching what I was doing, but we're gonna put that on and we're gonna see what happens. Today is a new day, and we're all about to find out if this holds together. Stand by. Oil pressure's looking good. Let's go see how bad it is. So far, so good. We're gonna give this a couple minutes and see what happens. But she's been running for about 15 minutes. It's funny, she's still not up to oil temp yet. Still looking low. 15 minutes of running. 40 PSI at idle. That's normal. So I'd say everything's good. Sweet. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching. I greatly appreciate your support, and last night we actually hit 500 subscribers, so I am quite stoked, and I can't do this without you guys. So I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much, and until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.